An eargasm of learning and a no-fuss show. Welcome to the Creative Talk Podcast, where you can learn straightforward topics about branding, digital entrepreneurship, online business, and many more with your charming host, John Santos, along with inspiring entrepreneurs, creators, and thought leaders worldwide.
Hey Jen, good morning. How are you doing?
Good, still alive.
I know you've been how long have you been up today?
Since 5 a.m.
5 a.m. Oh my gosh, you were up earlier an hour
Yeah,
than me.
I had like three events already. Online event, I spoke, and then a podcast recording, and then now we have this live IG show. Wow, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you, thank you. You're our first guest, so it's very special. My name's Veronica. I'm the host of this IG live series that we're doing. We're basically interviewing experts from all over, all industries. And, we just wanted to get some tips from them and see how they could help us as business owners as well. So let's go ahead and start this, Jen. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. All right. Well, I before I start with like the burning questions, right? Of course, I'm sure the audience would like to know who is Jen Santos? What does he do? So, would you mind giving us like a quick introduction?
Yes, thank you. Veronica, I just want to say thank you so much for, having me in this pilot episode, your first ever episode. Congratulations, and I'm excited for
Thank you.
more collaborations with awesome human beings out there and the success of your show. My name is John Santos. I'm a branding and identity coach. I run a branding agency. So what we do is we create a solid brand needed to your business so that we can bring your business to the next level. Maybe scaling
That's
your
right.
business, or making it for a wide audience, or just transforming your business from A to B. So that's me.
Awesome, awesome. And I know Jan is a sought after branding and identity coach all over the world, guys, just to let you know. And he is a brother to us because he's also from my home country, the Philippines. I'm very, very proud of you, Jan. You're doing so well, and you've always, shared your blessings to others. So I'm just very grateful that you're here. So why don't we start defining what is branding? From your eyes as an expert in branding and identity, can you tell us something about that?
So yeah, branding. It's not easy, but it's very simple. Branding is not what you say it is, but it is what the people around you say it is. Right? So before, when I was still studying, and back then, um, the thing is advertising, and
Mm-hmm.
branding is in the core, inside that. But back then, the advertising, the power is dictating. It throws everything to the people. But now the power shifted. And that is why I said that, branding is not what you say it is. You no longer have that power to dictate, and to impose something to your consumer, because it is them who have this impression of who you are as a brand in their minds and in their hearts. So a brand is not what you say it is. It is what the people around you, your market, your tribe say it is.
That's an awesome description. Basically, what you're saying, Jan, is that branding is what the people around you or your audience perceive who you are and not,
Mm.
not what you want them to think who you are, right? That's a really good way of looking at it. I think it's very relatable. That's really,
That
really
is
good. And I
why.
know,
Mm.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
That is why there's a lot of businesses out there that is struggling, they're saying something, but they're perceived otherwise, and that's
Mm.
where the disconnection happens. Um, and and that part there is very crucial, because if you say you are something and your market, the consumers that you're reaching perceive differently, then there's a big disconnection, and that will affect you as a business to cultivate trust. And when there is no trust, you cannot do business.
So yeah, definitely. Jan, I think trust is really important when she's saying hi, hi. So it's really important to establish trust when you're trying to do business. And I think not just business, like life in general, I think
Yes.
it's really, really important. So Jan, I know you graduated with a degree in advertising. So I wanted to know what brought you into branding. I know they're correlated, but
Mm.
and I know a lot about you, like I stalk and I watch a lot of your episodes, so I
Mm.
feel like I know a lot about you. So you graduated with a degree in advertising, and then this is not your first business, as what you've also told me. This is like what, your third? So I wanted to
Fourth.
know what fourth. So what the journey has been for you. I mean, what brought you here?
Well, yeah, so I took a fine arts major in advertising, and then I was, privileged, blessed to study again, international baccalaureate, for visual arts and multimedia. So,
Mm.
from traditional arts, that's the reason why when I'm in interviews, podcast events, when they ask me, are you a designer? I say I always answer that I am more of an artist than a designer, because my roots as is visual arts, fine arts, and then I
Mm-hmm.
jumped to advertising, because at that time, that is what we have in definition. But branding is, I believe branding existed long before, time of Jesus, ancient times. Branding is there.
Yeah.
Branding is there. And then the principles are there. It's just, the definitions and putting everything in the proper order, but it's there. So to answer your question, yes, I took up that, and I was given opportunity to study more so that I can harness that core, which, by the way, came out because of, I don't know, it's just the right time in our era, that
Mm-hmm.
people, like what I've said earlier, people no longer can be dictated, but they can be influenced, and that's where branding really came into full power, and it's still growing, it's still,
It's
evolving.
evolving.
Yes, yes,
Yes, absolutely. I love that. It cannot be dictated, but it can be influenced, right?
yes,
Especially
yes.
if you do it the right way, right? Okay. Well, we have a lot of small business owners and people who just started their businesses that might be watching this. So I wanted to know, could you give us like three easy maybe tips on how we can improve our branding?
Well, yes, basically, first focus on the reason why my title is branding and identity coach. I believe in understanding your identity first before you can understand your market. So what is identity? It's, in a shallow perspective, it's a special sauce that completes you and makes you different. I have my own identity, you have your own identity. And it's the same with branding in your business. You have this quality, this God-given quality, and regardless if you believe in God or not, but you are unique already. So,
Mm-hmm.
Veronica, we always hear this, that we need to be unique. We will transform
Yes,
you.
we need to
We will
stand
make you
out.
unique. You need to stand out, but that's ridiculous, because you are already unique, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just need to chisel out and fine tune those edges so that your identity will be evident. And when that happens, then you can start to figure out your market. I love it. Hey, yes, we are unique. Yes, absolutely. We are. We are definitely unique. We just need to figure out and to understand our identity. And that's my first tip. Figure out your identity. Have a
I love
clear
that.
vision of your identity. And then follow it up understanding your tribe, not your market, not your consumer. You know, those days of advertising is done, right? You
Mm-hmm.
don't just advertise, you don't just sell or promote and sell. You understand who you are and you look for your tribe, the people that believes in you, that shares your principles, your values, and vice versa. You share the same values that they have, right? The
Yes,
people that
absolutely.
believe in you, the people that shares your voice, your tone. So once you find that tribe, you connect with that tribe. And my third tip is building relationship with them. Because when that happens, Veronica, I am very sure 100% sales, promotions, collaborations, partnerships, ventures, business ventures that will follow. So first, know
Mm-hmm.
your identity, figure out your tribe, build relationship. Branding is there. You just need to understand the core.
Ooh, I love that so much. It seems very easy, but I know it's a lot of work. But we just have to show up and really do the work, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Definitely.
And we are an example of that, Veronica. We, on Clubhouse, you don't just throw out your pitch, right? You figure out what and how you can connect with people, the people that shares
Mm-hmm.
that the same values. Not everything, but there are
Yeah.
elements that you have that you will see, hey, I see myself in Veronica. I love how her attitude is so positive, and that's those are the points that is very important. And then you connect, you build relationship, you harness something authentic, and
Mm-hmm.
business ventures, projects, that will follow.
Absolutely. And I just wanted to echo Ate Mary Grace. Ate Mary Grace is also from the Philippines, Jan, and she's an awesome businesswoman as well. So she said, yes, building relationships is the key. And this is what she exactly shares like all the time. You could see it on her post. So definitely. Thanks, Ate Mary Grace, for joining us tonight, today, this morning, wherever you are in the world. So I wanted my next question for you, Jen, would be, um, what do you or how do you know when your brand needs a brand intervention? Like
Ooh.
how would you know if your brand identity, like your branding, isn't working for you? Because that's kind of hard. Like especially if you're like in too deep in like what you're doing already. It's been like years, and
Mm.
you'd never know. So from your expertise and your experience, how would you know when you need that branding intervention?
I love the word intervention. It's so divine.
My friend Alyssa would agree.
Right. No, I mean, basically, connected to what I said earlier, you can never figure out if your branding is working or not. But your tribe will be the first one to give you feedback if you're doing good or bad, if you need something to fine tune or not, if you need improvement or something else. They
Mm-hmm.
are the reflection of what you need to improve, adjust, or modify. That is the main
Mm.
assessment. That is why I said it is very important that you connect and build relationship with them. In any friendship, authentic friendship, okay, those true friends are the one who would say, hey, Jan, you talk too much. Hey, Veronica, you need to change this. Hey, John, you're doing good. Continue that. And those points are so authentic and so valuable because it
Right.
shapes your personality, you as a person. And that's the same with branding. Your market, your tribe, the people around you, they are in the perfect position to shape, give you feedback, adjust, modify, and help you as you continue your journey toward success.
You know, Jan, this actually reminds me of the mirror principle, right? You are what you attract. So I think
Yeah.
that your advice definitely applies to that. Like if you're attracting maybe let's say not so good kind of
Mm.
clients, let's say, then there's probably something that you're not doing right. Correct. So I think that's a really, really good advice. Like really looking into ourselves and seeing what are we doing, like just assessing like everything that we're doing in the
Remember, Veronica,
business.
when we had that talk, I will not, name names or go into details, but there are times that you will attract, weird or like up and down clients here and
Yes.
there. But the reason why I said that it is so crucial to connect with your tribe is because people, clients that will be coming from those community, that tribe, most likely share the same values, principles, and beliefs that you possess. Meaning, you love being with those people. You love listening, talking, spending
Yes.
time with those people. And those people are what I say is the ideal clients. Imagine this airline principle. I always tell this airline principle. So we have the econo class, and then
Yeah.
the business class, and then the first class. Those people in your tribe which shares the same values that you possess are in the first class. And you don't want to spend time in the econo. I mean, I don't want to be there. I can't move. I can't move. I only have what? Coffee, and then that's it. I grow hungry.
You have a small
No.
leg room. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not comfortable. Business class is okay, but it's not. I'm still looking for something. But wait, when you get to the first class, you can lie down. You have your own TV. Champagne is pouring in. So that's the same principle in business, and branding will help you gear your business towards those types of people, which,
I
by the
love that.
way, will be clients, the smallest valuable clients.
I love that so much. I'm gonna use that next time. Uh, I'll get your permission to use that principle, Jen. That's
Sure, but
really
Veronica, don't
smart.
get me wrong, my dear. Don't get me wrong. Sorry. Um, as as an entrepreneur, we start, and as you're starting, you are in no position to really choose the clients that come in and out. But as you grow, you then have the power to really gear, and that's the word niche, right? We always hear this
Yes.
niche down, niche down, niche down.
Yeah.
Forget about that. You will come in that situation, you will arrive at that situation that you need to niche down. But first, again, know yourself, know your tribe, look for them and connect, build relationship, and everything will fall into place.
That's really cool advice. Thank you, Jen. And I know you and I we've met in Clubhouse. We've been introduced by Pete Cohen, right? And ever since that day that I was introduced to you, I've always looked up to you. And
Oh,
I could see you were talking about like the designer versus being an artist, and I really could see that on your posts. So what do you advise to people who maybe they're not like, let's say be having a business, you want to try to be like your best self, right? You want to be decent, you want to show your best side and all that, but all of us, we have that quirky like side, funny side in us. So I wanted to know, is that gonna work for your branding? Is that gonna hurt your branding? What do you think?
well, first, all those entrepreneurs out there, hire a branding and identity coach that would, make your life easy.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely.
uh,
Hire Jan.
no, but basically, that's the reason why you need to understand the identity of your business. If it's a personal brand, then it's more about you and your voice, right? If it's a corporate brand, then it's something different and opposite. But they have an identity, and you need to understand that, because that's the only way you can make those assessment and judgment. Not
Mm,
everyone can design, not everyone can create, work of art, but you have something in you, your messaging, that is really important and can transform people in your tribe. Now here's where the collaboration works. My belief in my company, this is what I actually do. I
mm-hmm.
get people that are talented and better than me. My team,
Yes.
they are awesome. Imagine this, in a classroom, I'm in the last row. The
I
bollocks.
don't believe it. I don't believe that.
No, that's how I see my team. They are awesome. They're God's gift to me and my company. I hire people. I partner with clients and businesses that are amazing, better than me. Why? Because your personal vision then flows to them and becomes a corporate vision. So everything works together. You cannot do, things that they do, but let
Mm,
them focus on and conveying what your voice is, and then you focus on creating that core content, and everything will work together as a whole.
absolutely. I think what you're saying as well is, you do what you do best, and then you learn from the people around you. That's why it's always good to surround yourself with like the best people, right?
Veronica, another perfect example. I'm a businessman and I'm an artist, but I'm very bad in schedules and admin works. No, that's the truth. That's the truth. And there's more people like me. So a good
Mm-hmm.
example there is, guys, entrepreneurs out there, connect with Veronica. I mean, she will make your business really hassle free, efficient, and hassle free. I'm not getting paid by promoting her, but this is the perfect example. You focus on speaking,
Mm-hmm.
coaching, creating, and let those tedious admin works, logistics, scheduling fall in the right people, because they are experts in their own field and they can help you as you achieve success in your business. And
Yeah, that's
Eloho
right.
said, I'm connecting. Yes, Eloho, you need
Absolutely.
help. I just had a bright idea. One
Mm-hmm.
of these days, before Christmas, let's organize. It's either a lunch out or a dinner. Your company and my company. Let's all just hang out and
Oh
enjoy
my
a
gosh.
good chat and good food. So that's a good thing. Brainstorming, but in a conversation and bonding time.
That would be awesome. I was just gonna say we should like meet up and just, have a kind of a party. I hope the lockdown doesn't happen again.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
but if not, definitely let's meet up. Let's do it. And we do have a question from the audience
Mm.
actually. This is from Paroma. She asked, where do you draw the line about revealing your personal life to connect with your audience or your clients? I really love this question. So,
Ooh,
Jan.
yeah. Well, again, you should understand your niche, your tribe. A good example for this, before I continue answering that question, is utilizing in Instagram, utilizing stories. So you don't need to post in the feed all personal stuff or all behind the scenes. You as a person behind the company or the brand, so you just utilize stories, and it will be after 24 hours, it's going to be deleted. So in a way, you are limiting the exposure of the personal life in combination to your business. Now, going to your question, where do you draw the line about revealing your personal life? Now, here, you need to understand First is why do you need to show why do you need to show your personal life if it is not beneficial for your brand? All right. If
I thought you
so,
were gonna ask if it's not that interesting because my life,
no,
my
no,
life
no.
is so boring.
No, there's I have a lot of clients out there before that says, um, hey, we're watching this, we're watching that, or I'm eating this, and I'm here at this place. I wanna upload this because it you said that it humanizes the brand. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but to a certain extent, you can share your personality, your real life experience behind the scenes if it benefits your brand and your business. So
Mm-hmm.
if it's
Yes.
still connected, now that's a good gauge for you to really measure. Okay, is this picture or video or content benefiting my business? If not, then I should not be posting this. I should not be releasing it. But if you find a way to connect that content to your business or your brand, then by all means, feel free to post it, but not in your feed, not permanently, but in stories because it's temporary. It's something, it's gonna be for a certain amount of
It's
time
limited.
only. It's
Yes.
limited. There you go.
Absolutely. And I think I asked you this question as well before. If you remember, I was, because Jan and I are working together. He's helping me out. It's charity. I'm kidding. Uh, so we work together, and I was like, Jan, do you think this would be a good post? And he's like, yeah, absolutely, it's a really good post. You have your family in there. So I have a son. He's 9 years old, and my husband. So it's a family photo of us. And Jan said, yeah, this is an example of humanizing your brand, right? That's
Mm,
what you told me. But then you gave me something to think about, like, but you want to ask yourself, are you ready to do this? I mean, this is a private, like, your private
yes.
life. And with, especially right now, like with the internet, we don't know who
Security. Yeah.
sees, yes, who sees stuff. And especially with a minor on your post, like,
Mm,
my son. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, that makes sense, right? I don't want to expose my, it's not that I don't want to share my personal life, it's
right.
just that
Right.
I think it's not that safe, I guess,
Yes.
for my
Yes.
son. So what I do is sometimes, especially over the weekends, because virtual assistants, we try to make the lives of business owners and our clients a lot easier, right? We want
Mm.
them to relax, have a life, enjoy the time that they have. So, like, every weekend, like, I always post, like, take a break,
Yeah.
recharge and all that. So I try to post, like, casual stuff, and sometimes a photo of my son. But it gives me the safety, just like what you said, because stories disappear after 24 hours. So that's a really, really good, I think, backup, just in case. But yeah, that's a really good point. So, really good question. Thank you so much for answering that as well, Jan. So I have another question. I have a
Sure
cheat
game.
sheet here.
Wow.
So I prepared for tonight. So my next question is, how would you know, how do you find a good branding coach? Because there's a lot of coaches out there, and I work with coaches as well. My team and I, we work with a lot of coaches.
Mm,
Some of them are in the same industry. So,
mm.
talking to you, there's a lot of branding coaches out there. There's a lot of identity coaches out there. So how do you know if it's a good fit, based on, I don't know, maybe experience or results? How would you know?
Like 2 points. First is look for the digital footprint. That's the social, or what do you call that? Social
Social
proof.
proof? Yes.
Yeah. So it's either portfolio or a list of clients or testimonials, anything that can prove what they say they do or who they
Mm-hmm.
say they are. Okay. Second, um, talk to them. connect with them and ask them your question, give them your inquiry, probe. You know,
Yeah.
just give them questions, list of inquiries or situation, and let them answer it for you. And you can figure there. People that are expert in, I believe that in 3 to 4 sentences, you can figure out if a person is authentic or not.
Yeah.
So
That's
just
true.
connect with them, and if you do connect with people, if you do connect with those so-called gurus or expert, even though they turn out to be an expert, but you figure out that you don't like the way they talk, or you don't like their attitude or their character. So that gives you a hint that yes, they are who they say they are, but it's not a good fit. So
Mm-hmm.
you look for other coaches out there, and there's a lot, like what you said, and you do the same procedure, and then until you find a good fit that really you are comfortable talking, spending the time, and really doing business, and moving forward, more projects to collaborate. So that's a good tip. And um, you know, I had this experience that there's a lot of so-called experts out there, and it's not bad. Everyone is entitled to be an expert or to brag about it or to claim, but
Uh-huh.
when push comes to show, you will see that, hey, they are not who they say they are, or they can't perform their promises. So
Mm-hmm.
and it's either they're a company that hires creatives as a third party and
Mm-hmm.
claim that they can perform that blind item, or they're
So
just
juicy.
no, because that's a true story, and I hate businesses like that. um
Mm-hmm.
you can't, like what I've said, you cannot dictate the people, but you can influence them. And people are not stupid, especially in this generation. They
That's
know.
right.
They know if you're capable of doing such thing, or if you're just bragging and you're just fooling yourself. So again,
Mm-hmm.
guys, look for a digital footprint, connect and hear them, talk to them, probe, ask questions, and build that relationship. And you will find if that coach is a perfect fit or not.
Awesome. Awesome. Very, very nice tips, Jen. Thank you so much. Okay. So I think I'm done with the branding questioning. If the audience has any other questions, please feel free to send them over because I just have one more question for Jan left, and then we could, give him a stage to promote himself, his business, and all that. So Jan, I have a cool question for you before we end this pilot episode. So I wanted to know because right now, by now, everyone knows who you are as a branding and identity coach. We all know what you do, and I think we have learned a lot about branding today. But I want to learn more about you. Like, could you tell us who Jen is at home? Like, what do you do for fun? Because I'm really curious. Because every time we talk, we always talk about work. So and he's pointing out to what is
That's
it?
it.
Is it Batman?
That's it. That's it. That's all I do aside from, what funny, it's a funny story, Veronica. I lately had this thought that the
Mm-hmm.
reason why I'm not being burned out, the reason why I'm not being stressed. I do get tired because I'm a human being, but the
Yeah.
reason why I'm not being stressed is this is me. I don't see it as a business. This is me. I love what I'm doing. I was created for this. It just so happened that those gadgets, this type of business is something that I do for fun. So to answer your question, it's the same me. in addition to, books, I love reading books, graphic novels, and, fiction, motivational, any book that really entertains me. And, toys, collection, and you can see
Yeah.
the art in that. And sometimes for example, when I'm reading a comic book, a graphic novel, I see a part there that inspires me in somewhat way connected to the business, but it doesn't make
That's right.
sense to other people. So that's who I am. Me as a person, there's no distinction between my personal life, as me, okay, not as a family, but
Mm-hmm.
as me as a person. There's no distinction, Jan inside, out of the office, out of the business, and Jan as a CEO. So that's combined. That's me. I think, that is something that really keeps me going and keeps me helping, reaching out, supporting people, helping out, because I I feel that joy. It's not happiness, it's not emotion, but it's joy. When we say joy, it's more than mere emotions, and there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people that are looking for that. So again, going back, figure out who you are, and you will figure out what's your purpose and your vision in this world. So yeah.
I love that. So can you tell me which is your favorite figure in the back? Which is your like number one favorite toy out of the millions of toys that you have in there?
It's the most, the top one is not there. It's behind this camera, this phone. So this is
Oh.
just the tip of the iceberg. So the core is hidden.
Oh my. Are you trying to lock it up, make sure no one sees it and like robs you of it?
I'm a
Or
Batman fan. I'm a Batman fan. I mean, the first ever superhero that really, it's not the first superhero that I saw, because that's gonna be Superman, but the first superhero that really captivated my heart and mind is Batman. So, but when I was a kid, growing up in the Philippines is not easy. So these
mm-hmm.
things are very expensive. So I have that dream. Once I really break out from the rat race and start something, I'm gonna buy those collection. I'm gonna build those collection. But the funny thing is, God is an amazing God, and I never bought any of my collection. Graphic novels, yes, but my collection are gifts, because
Gifts. Oh.
they know that I adore Batman.
Well, it's
So
not
yeah.
obvious. It's not obvious. Like all of your episodes on your podcast on IG, that's what's in your background. So no, it's not obvious.
Here's a trivia. The reason why a lot of people are asking me why, how I end up using my colors for my brand. The yellow,
Mm.
black, and
Oh
gray.
my gosh, now I know.
Yeah, so that's it. That's it.
Now I understand. We've cracked the mystery. That's awesome. All right. Well, I don't think we have any questions from the audience. So I'd like to thank you, Jan, for being here, for sharing a part of you with us, telling us about that secret. So audience, please don't tell anyone that's what's behind Jan's brand. But I wanted to give you a few minutes to talk about, your business. If you have anything to plug, your socials, please feel free to do so. I'm giving you the stage.
Thank you, Veronica. I will not steal the spotlight, guys. Please do connect with Veronica. She is an awesome human being. This is a pilot episode for her consistent. See, I'm putting you on a spot. She will be consistent in releasing episodes in her show, Chit Chat. So let's put the
Thank you.
burden on Veronica. And I'm sure,
Thank you,
guys,
Jen.
that you will be seeing different experts to be a guest in her show. And this is just a simple episode, but you can really learn a lot, not because of people that are being as a guest, but just listening, having a conversation. So you will know more about Veronica as you continue to support her show. Plus, connect with her because she is an awesome entrepreneur focusing on virtual assistants and a lot more. So if you're a business person, you need help. Don't tell me that you don't need help because you do. I know you do. You need help. So
We all do.
we all do. So you need to connect with Veronica, and I'm sure I can vouch for this that she can help you as you grow your brand and as you continue your journey towards success. This is Jan Santos saying thank you so much, Veronica, for an opportunity to be in your show pilot episode. It is such a blessing to be given a chance to talk with you, to share the stage with you. Thank
Thank
you so much. May
you.
God bless you more and more and more.
Thank you for being with us here on the Creative Talk Podcast. I'm your host, John Santos. Don't forget to listen and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. See you again, always.